some homemade banana bread using my mom's recipe. So the first thing that you're going to need, and I have double in the recipe, so you're going to need 2.5 cups if you're just making 2 loaves, but I'm making 4 loaves, so I'm doubling the recipe. You're going to need some nice, really ripe bananas. And typically the recipe would call for 6 ripe. So we'll do our powdered product first. You're going to need baking soda. And our baking soda, we are actually going to add 2 teaspoons. I'm adding 4 because I'm doubling my recipe. And 4 sugar. So sugar is going to be 2 cups. Perhaps more sugar. Seems like I'm dumping a lot. It's because I was using 1/2 cup. And for that is it for our dry ingredients. So our dry ingredients, we just want to combine really well with that flour. So for our wet ingredients, we are going to take our bananas and we're going to add 8 eggs. We do need to add, I forgot salt. So we need to add 1 teaspoon of salt. We want to get this mashed up. Now while we're doing this, of course, we're going to have our oven heated at 350 degrees. So we just want to get these bananas and eggs mashed up. Now with this, you can also add vanilla extract at this point in your banana and egg mixture. But I'm out of vanilla extract. I probably always use a lot more bananas just because I like my banana bread to be really banana flavored. Cheers. And it's okay if you have, you know, some small lumps of banana. That's fine, it's not gonna hurt anything. Now we are going to add that mixture to our flour mixture. And I try to do just a little at a time, that way I'm making sure that I'm not getting a whole bunch of clumps in the flour. So I hadn't originally thought on my channel of doing cooking, because Lord knows I'm not a chef. But since I have created this channel for my children and grandchildren, I thought, what a great way to, instead of just passing down generations of recipes, but instead actually doing the video for them. Make sure you're scraping the bottom of that bowl to get a bit of all that flour that might be sitting there towards the bottom. So this can take a little work, getting this all mixed up and getting that flour. Like I said, it's because I've doubled the recipe, so it is going to take me a little longer to get it all worked in. I remember back when my mom would bake banana bread in the fall and winter, and the house would smell so good. My mom was the same way. I mean, there was a lot of kids in the house, and when there wasn't her own kids and cousins, then there was always our best friends and school friends, and would come over to the house, and I always loved Mom's cooking. I think the last banana bread loaves I made was December of 2019, and I just pulled my last 2 loaves out of the freezer. So these are great to freeze. You, if you're a Rebel canner like me, you can also can these, and they last, you know, at least a year, if not longer. Which is what we'll be doing with these today. We'll be freezing these once they're cool and add them to the freezer. And of course I am getting started on doing this early. It's not fall yet. It's only August. However, they had a really good sale on overripe bananas. So I thought, oh, well, we're gonna make some banana bread. All right, so at this point I have it all nice and mixed. And like I said, you can see some of the little small chunks of banana, and that's fine. I like it that way. So when you bite into your banana bread, sometimes you get that little bite of banana. Now this part is optional. You can add whatever nut meat of your choice, and we love walnuts in ours, so I don't measure this out. I just dump it until it looks good. But we like a lot of nuts in our bread. And I'll probably actually end up using that whole, well, no, I won't use that whole bag because I'm getting ready to make some zucchini bread as well with Grandma's recipe. So we just want to mix in these nuts. All right, so now we have that done. Grab our pans, and you can see when I said that I was doubling the loaf, I'm actually making 2 really large. I'm using my one silicone mold and then one of my Rachel Ray's. And this one's a really large, so it's gonna make a very large loaf. So that's why I doubled my recipe. All right, so we just wanna get it poured in. Now I have sprayed my mold and my pan. So you're gonna fill it up, but not all the way to the top. You want to leave some room for it to rise. So yeah, at least enough to make another one. So I just kind of bounce it on the countertop just to bring those bubbles up. And so I'm just going to add them to the pans. Alright, so now those will bake for anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes. I start typically checking them at about the 40-minute mark. And then you'll want to either use a toothpick or a butter knife or something to push down in to see that they are cooked. So, alright, that is the applesauce, or I'm sorry, the banana bread recipe from Grandma Ellis. And we will come back. I'm going to clean this up and we'll get ready to do zucchini bread. So let me get this cleaned up while that batch is in, and I'll come back when we're ready to pull those. Alright, so I just got done pulling the 2 banana breads out of the oven. And here is this one. And of course this one. Now you want to let these cool for a little bit before you go to remove them out of the pans. And either slice them up to eat them now or put them in the freezer. This is how I freeze them. You can tell this was a much smaller batch that I did. And I just put them in foil and then freezer bags. And then whenever I want a loaf of banana bread, I just pull one of those out. So yeah, guys, that is Grandma Ellis's banana bread recipe. Hope you guys enjoy. Love you guys. Take care.